Hello, welcome to 9.
I wanted to drive my army tank to 9 Studios to hopefully speak with a journalist so that we can provide a press release. Would the advertised address in the North Sydney be the place to go to?
Yes, that would be the right place. You wouldn't be able to get in unless you've scheduled the meeting though.
Just left Sydney and now we're on our way to inspect the tanks. So we'll measure them up, get the dimensions for the signage and some slogans. So the issue we were having, we wanted to have all of the main people in one vehicle. Myself, Will, our internal videographers, yourself, and Lad Bible Australia crew. It's the most efficient way, I guess, of having us all in the one vehicle and having us in a way where we can interact with each other throughout the protest and capture the relevant media to really amplify the message that we want to put out there. We've hired a stretch Chrysler limo. So the vehicles that we're going to inspect now, the armoured vehicles and the army tanks, one will go in front and one will go behind the stretch limo, and they'll escort us through the route through to the different news networks.
Okay, when you're ready this afternoon, we'll start sending out the call to action. We need to do it this afternoon and tonight, so they've got Friday, Monday, Tuesday to respond.
This is for representatives, invitations for representatives.
Yeah, Stewbridge.
That is already ready to send. I want to discuss who you're sending it to. I want you to be cautious that
Of course, I won't send it to anyone. I'll write the template email first, then I'll tell you exactly who I'm sending it to, which would be David Shoebridge, Michael Boulderstone.
Boulderstone's already on board and knows it, so no need to invite him. He's the one that hooked up Jeremy.
Was he coming?
Well, yeah, so that's Legalised Cannabis Party. Michael Boulderstone, they were the hemp party, now they're Legalised Cannabis.
Yo.
We inspected the vehicles, they look amazing. Top speeds are relatively normal speeds. The Ferret can go like 75 or something, and the Humvee 90. Basically, we'll be sticking to the road rules. Can you hear me?
Is it me you're looking for?
Oi!
I can see it in the... From an outsider's perspective, okay?
Yeah.
Impact-wise.
Yep.
Is one tank enough?
What do you mean by one tank? There's not even one tank. It's just a Ferret.
We just rocked up. We're in North Sydney. They're unloading the Hummer. We've got the big Rangy up the back there, and we have the tank on the back of the truck back there.
So we've got all the stickers on the vehicles. I think we're going well for time. I'm excited. I haven't slept. It should be fun. We were all over the news yesterday, and yeah, we're going to do it all again.
Hey, James. Awesome. That's Alex. Miguel. How are you, man? Miguel. James.
What do you reckon?
Amazing. It's the real deal, isn't it? This is the first thing I'm doing as an MP. Yeah. Assault on Parliament. It's well organised, mate. It looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
It looks like people are going to worry.
Good company anyway.
I'll call Lad Bible now, and we need to try work out ideally a follow car and then a external car separate to the motorcade so that the videographer can be there getting external shots.
Will and Alec, can you tell us what's happening here today?
We're Will Stolk, Alec Craze Zamet. We're from the Who Are We Hurting Collective. We've been doing this for about 8 years. Each year we do a different kind of crazy publicity stunt to raise awareness for the full legalisation of recreational cannabis.
Does this have a sunroof that we can pop out of?
Alec here's on the phone to Channel 9. We're just calling the switchboard to tell them that we're on our way. As usual, when we do these kind of publicity stunts, we kind of don't know what's going to happen before it happens. I hope you guys are ready for a wild and crazy and wacky adventure with the Who Are We Hurting Collective.
Yeah, Jeremy Buckingham. I'm the new legalised cannabis MP. 1 day old. I'm not quite sure why I'm here. No, I know why I'm here. I'm here to support the message. We need to legalise cannabis. We need to reform roadside drug testing laws and, getting out there, doing the activism, a bit of theatre, a military convoy is great. Smoking cannabis just criminalises people, chokes up the courts, and other places have done it. We've seen the States do it. Germany's going that way. Even the ACT now, you can have a couple plants, and that's a really important thing for me. My family has a long history of growing cannabis and being, using cannabis. And we want to make sure that people can have their home-grown cannabis. They can grow their own medicine. So that's what I'll be doing in the Parliament, saying we need to free the weed. We need to make sure people can drive if they've got a prescription for medicinal cannabis, and just, get the government out of our backyards, ripping up our plants, and, criminalising people who are just smoking pot, being safe. That's the future. New South Wales needs to get on board.
Hello. Yo, where are you? Man, I don't know where you've gone.
Guys, no filming here, please. Until it's been authorized by management, no filming here, please.
So we turned up to Channel 9, as you can see behind us. If you do a little pan with me, you can see the security guards there. They kicked us out. They didn't want nothing to do with us. But hopefully we'll have a little bit of a better reception from Channel 10, Channel 7. Shut up, Mike Duffy.
We want to see drug driving laws that unfairly impact on medicinal cannabis users amended and changed immediately. So we've got a couple of key issues that we're putting on the agenda. I'll be moving a legalised cannabis bill, a legalised cannabis industries bill, and we'll be looking to really prime the industrial hemp industry in this country. We want to see industrial hemp, recreational cannabis, and a flourishing cannabis industry employing thousands of people across the country and across New South Wales.
Yeah, we were invited by Craze Co to come and cover their 420 event. We know how crazy it got last year. Yeah, we just had to bring a camera crew and cover them, and they're turning up, and there's like tanks and there's limos and there's army dudes everywhere. So yeah, it seems like they've ramped it up again this year, which is awesome. We're just following them around the back streets of Sydney, and while they cause havoc, and we're covering it for the Lad Bible. I think it's amazing that Jeremy Buckingham is here, that he got sworn into as an MP yesterday. It's a pretty awesome coup that he's part of this today. It just goes to show that he's trying to reach the people who are actually using cannabis for various reasons, from medicinal uses to recreational use, and against all the out-of-date laws that users face. So it's pretty amazing, I think, that he's actually wanting to relate to the real people on the ground.
We're here, the iconic Sydney. As you can see in the background, we've got the Sydney Opera House, which was where we did last year's stunt. We're still on bail, Alec and I, for projecting cannabis art on that iconic building. And the reason that we do this is because we feel that cannabis needs to be legalised. Too many people have been objectified for the last 80 years on the war on drugs, and it's not working. Prohibition doesn't work. Basically, we're here to promote the fact that we want to end evidence-free RBT. We want to legalise cannabis in a recreational form for everybody, and we want to promote that who are we hurting by consuming cannabis.
The army trucks are here to represent the failing war on drugs. That was a war that wasn't declared by us. It was declared by the authorities. It's been failing since it started. We're here to say that driving with THC shouldn't make you the enemy. The war on drugs has failed. Who are we hurting? Hurry up, let's get this sorted and fix it.
The question is how high can legalised cannabis get? I think we can elect more people.
Pretty high.
We can get pretty high. Well, I think we can elect more people to the Senate here in New South Wales, Queensland. We're going to contest the elections, and this is about letting the politicians over there at Parliament House know that we're coming for them. They can't avoid this issue. Prohibition hasn't worked. Criminalising people who are safely smoking recreational cannabis, taking the medicinal cannabis, driving safely, they're not impaired. Those people should not be subject to stupid laws. The laws are outdated, the politicians are outdated, they need to catch up. I'm going to be in there reminding the Premier of what he said in 2019, and that is prohibition hasn't worked. It's time to legalise the weed.
Who are we ready?
We just left 7. We're heading to Channel 10 now. Our friends over there have arranged a camera.
We've got a lot of content already for the last couple of years of stuff, so
I think that's
I guess
for,
we'll just
for
see-
Netflix down the track.
A
But
lot of
for
content,
now,
no
there'll be
doubt.
some content coming out about our constitutional court battle in the High Courts, defending our right to protest and explaining that what we were doing at the Opera House wasn't commercial advertising and therefore
Clearly wasn't, yeah, there was no
there's
product
no
involved.
applicable legislation.
I would. Is he going to park here?
Can we?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what you want?
Yeah.
Alright, we're about to head into ABC now. Last stop of the day. Yeah, we're doing a motorcade about legalising cannabis. Yeah. I'm the National Security Manager for the ABC. Yeah. You guys are going to have to move the cars. Alright, no problem. Can you give that to one of the for us? We were on TV last night. Yep. It was like a big publicity stunt what we've been doing with the legalised cannabis party and with the Greens. We just wanted to present that so we can go there the journalists can check it out. We've already emailed you guys and we were on the news. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
With the legalised cannabis party, Jeremy Buckingham and his army of supporters are now eyeing off reforms to roadside drug testing. With more people using medicinal cannabis, he wants drivers to be exempt from fines or the loss of licence if they return a positive reading. That's despite not necessarily being impaired. But the Premier, Chris Minns, says there are currently no plans to change the law.